Football was good back then because we were dedicated. We wanted to play. We went to practice every day, and that's what we found before we folded the Bison's alumni, is that we couldn't get the boys to come out to practice. They were 1 or 2 nights at the most they would come out. So during practices we couldn't really get a good practice in. But when I played back in the early 70s, you had 34 players every night at practice. In fact, every Thursday night was team night. Whether you were of age or whether you didn't drink, you still went with the team and socialized. You'd have a ginger ale or a submarine sandwich or a glass of water, and if you were of legal age at that time, you'd have a glass of beer, and that was every Thursday night. And the camaraderie from that is still talked about today. Thursday night, that was a lot of fun.
I just remember the camaraderie with the guys. Like, we practiced every night, Monday to Friday. We usually played Saturday nights, and that was at Lions Park back then. And then after that, we would have they would run in the auditorium. They would run their beverages. You could get beverages after, and of course, most guys were of age to drink back then because the age was 18, I think. But the place was packed. Even the visiting teams would come in after the games and sit around and have a beer or two before they had to head home on the bus. And even our bus trips were good. We'd go to like Sarnia and Windsor, London, and Toronto, and win or lose, come home, there'd be singing, and everybody was having a great time. Not drinking too much because most of the guys had to drive home, but it was a good time. And still friends with a lot of people. I see them around town a lot, and once a Bison, always a Bison, I guess.
What do you think the most valuable thing you learned is from being a Bison's player? Did you learn anything from your coaches or other players that really impacted you?
A lot of team play, a lot of team play, getting jobs done together, a lot of, I guess what you'd call stick-to-itiveness. Just always go, win or lose, you've got to go, you've got to push through, and that stuck through a lot of things that I've done. I've fallen back on those things that I've learned, as well as I know I keep in touch with a lot of guys I've played with, and it's the same thing. You look back, we always kept pushing, push, and it's helped a lot of friends that I know who've gone through some hard times. You sit down, you reflect, and it's pushed them through a lot of things in life.
Would you say that you're still friends with a lot of players?
I am still friends with quite a few players, yes. Maybe not on a day-to-day, see them all the time basis, but whenever you do see each other, it's not like you've been gone for too long.
I've heard that from a lot of players.
Yeah.
If you meet each other on the street, it's like...
Yeah, you're still good friends. You're still guys who went out there and dug in together and hurt together. Hurt together, win together.
Yeah.